Hey friends, welcome back. So glad you could join me in my kitchen. Just having some of my iced coffee. This one is a chocolate mocha one, which is delicious. And if you haven't seen my video, I'll tag it up there on how to make your own cold brew iced coffee. So you don't actually have to go to Dunkin' or anywhere else. You can make your own. Just enjoying this and going to make some more cupcakes. I know I've been making cupcakes a lot lately, but you know what? They go like hotcakes at work. Honestly, they're gone by, within a half an hour. And everybody just always needs a little pick-me-up for the Friday just to get us to the weekend. So I'm going to make some really good ones this weekend. And I'm going to make them a little adulty. They're going to be amaretto ones. So if you're interested in some amaretto cupcakes, you could sub out the amaretto if you want. You can make them just almond if you'd like. You don't have to worry. The amaretto is going to bake out, so you're only going to get the flavor and not the alcohol. Then stick with me, and welcome to my channel. My name is Vicki-Lynne. So glad you could join me. I'm really happy that you could be here. If this is your first time here, hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there, and then inch over to that little bell icon and give it a little ting-ting there so you can know every time I upload videos. I do all vegan recipes all the time. I do starch solution friendly videos, meal preps, and I do a lot of grocery hauls. So if you're interested in that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, tell your friends, and make sure you make these for your friends just to show them how great vegan cooking can be. I know a lot of people keep thinking we just eat grass all the time. That's not what we do. Trust me. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we want to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. And so mine is already preheated. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a break. We're going to make our buttermilk. And so, not to worry, all the measurements are going to be down below, guys, like always. I'm actually going to make a double recipe, again, just because these go really fast at work. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make our buttermilk. I'm using almond milk. This is unsweetened. You could use soy milk. You could use whatever you want. And to this, you could use, I'm using apple cider vinegar. You could actually use apple cider vinegar. You could use just white distilled vinegar, whatever you have on hand. Either one. You could even use lemon juice. We just wanted to curdle our plant-based milk. And I am actually going to use about, I'm going to say like 3 tablespoons. Maybe 3.5. Just to make sure we get a good curdle. So that is actually going to cause a chemical reaction. That's why we use the apple cider vinegar with our milk, because it's going to curdle it, which is what we want. And that's going to have a chemical reaction with the baking soda that we're going to use in our dry ingredients. So we're going to set that aside, and that's actually already curdling. Okay. So we're going to let that set aside for a few minutes. And I'm actually going to change things up in my videotaping. I'm actually going to start videotaping overhead a little bit so you can see everything coming together. And I want you guys to leave me some comments down below and let me know if you like that type of videotaping after you see this one. And leave me some comments. Say, yes, you do like it. You prefer that way. That way you can see everything being mixed in and how it looks. Okay, so we're going to finish our wet ingredients. So we're going to take our curdled milk, put it in a bigger bowl. We have a few more things to add to it. We're going to add in 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Again, I'm doubling the recipe, so just remember it's 1 teaspoon, but the recipe will be down below. And then we need, for a single recipe, we need 1/2 cup of amaretto. This smells so good. We don't even need to cook it. All right, so that's all set. Just give that a little stir. We're just going to put that aside for now. Now we're going to bring our bowl in. We're going to start with our dry ingredients. So the first thing we're going to add is our cocoa powder. And I'm just going to sift mine along with the flour. Just lightens everything. Make sure you get all the lumps out if there's any lumps. Let's push that through. And then we're going to add our sugar. I'm using cane sugar. I think the cane sugar is going to go through very well. Maybe. So cane sugar is a little bit more granulated than regular sugar. I'm just going to put that in. And then, last but not least, our flour. We're also going to put in some salt, some baking powder, and some baking soda. And remember, the baking soda and the baking powder is what's going to have that chemical reaction when we add our wet ingredients. Okay, so now we're going to do our flour. Do 1 cup at a time. So I'm doubling it. It's normally 2 cups. I'm going to need 4. And that just lightens it, aerates it a little bit. And then the last ingredient is some cardamom, some ground cardamom. There we go. Okay, we're just going to lightly incorporate our dry ingredients together. Now we're going to slowly combine our wet ingredients. You're just going to gently blend to combine. You just want to get it all mixed together. Oh, it smells so good, guys. Oh, if you could smell this right now. Oh, I wish we had smell-o-vision. I need to work on smell-o-vision. There we go. Just want it combined. It's okay to have a little bit of lumps. We don't want to overmix it because we don't want our batter to get tough. So now we're just going to take our scoop. We're going to fill them up halfway or so. Usually it's 2/3. I'm just trying to get more. I'm trying to get more cupcakes out of this batch just so I have enough for everybody at work. They smell divine. You have to give, everybody has to give this one a try for sure. So we're going to bake these at 350 degrees for 18 to 20 minutes or until your toothpick comes out clean. And again, everybody's stove is a little bit different, so unless you have a thermometer in it, you know exactly, I'm always going to give you approximations. So we're going to put this in the oven, 350 degrees, 18 to 20 minutes. Always check them just at the 18-minute mark, and then just go from there. So now we're going to make our amaretto buttercream frosting. Super simple, guys. We're just using about a half a cup of vegan butter. I'm using the Country Crock stick butter. I do find that works better for baking, and that is room temperature, so we're just going to blend that, cream it up nicely, just on a high speed. And then to that, we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. This is a basic buttercream recipe, very simple. We're going to blend that in just to incorporate the vanilla. And then once that is blended, we're going to start slowly adding in our icing sugar, approximately 1 cup at a time. And you're just going to make additions and then slowly blend it in. This will stop it from having a mess everywhere and icing sugar poofing everywhere in your kitchen. We're just going to slowly blend it in 1 cup at a time. We're probably going to finally end up using approximately 4 to possibly 5 cups. And this will all kind of depend too on the amount of moisture that's in the vegan butter that you're using. You can see it's coming together quite nicely. Again, just keep adding your icing sugar till you get to the consistency that you want. At this point, you can add in almond extract if you'd like. If you find that you want it to be more light and fluffy, you can add in some almond milk. We are going to be adding in some amaretto to this one. If we were making a regular buttercream, we would just be using whatever extracts that we were using and a little bit of almond milk, soy milk, or whatever. Here I'm just going to use about a tablespoon of amaretto and blend this in. Now if you're going to use, I'm just going to be covering my cupcakes with just using a knife or an offset spatula. If you wanted to use a pastry bag, this would need to be a little bit more fluffy. So you would need to add a little bit more liquid just so that the icing would come out a lot easier in the piping bag. And again, you're just going to blend it. You want it to be light and fluffy. Now, if you have a stand mixer, this is so much easier. I do not. I just have my hand mixer. This would be so much easier with a stand mixer. You could just blend it and let it fluff up. Always test it. And I've decided it needs another tablespoon of amaretto. And then we're just going to blend that. Add a little bit more of the icing sugar. And then that should be absolutely perfect. We're going to blend that in. Again, always start on low, then move up. And then our buttercream is going to be perfect, light and fluffy. Lots of air is in it. So our icing was done, and we're just going to lightly ice in our cupcakes. Easy peasy. I'm just using a butter knife. You can use an offset spatula. You could put them all in pastry bags, however you want to do them. There we go. And you're just going to continue frosting them all. Store them in the fridge. If they last that long, I don't think they will. Decorate them how you like them. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoy these Amaretto Cupcakes. They are light and fluffy, and of course vegan. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up. I do really appreciate it. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. And we'll see you in the next video. Cheers, everyone.